Latin American Literature. Ang tatalakayan natin ngayon ay tungkol sa American poetry at ang dalawang famous author. Apat ito pero dalawa lang ang aking pinili. So, let's start! Latin American poetry is the poetry written by Latin American authors. Latin American poetry is often written in Spanish, but is also composed in Portuguese, Mapuche, Nahuatl, Quechua, Mazatek, Zapotec, Ladino, English, and Spanglish. American poetry has many great works of poetry were written in colonial and pre-colonial periods, but it was in 1960 that the world began to notice the poetry of Latin America. Through the Modernismo movement and the international success of Latin American authors, poetry from this region became increasingly influential. Ang napili ko ay si Gabriela Mistral at Pablo Neruda. Gabriela Mistral, the daughter of a dilettante poet, she began to write poetry as a village school teacher after a passionate romance with a railway employee who committed suicide. She taught elementary and secondary school for many years until her poetry made her famous. She played an important role in the educational system of Mexico and Chile, was active in cultural committees of the League of Nations, and was Chilean consul in Naples, Madrid, and Lisbon. She also taught Spanish literature in the United States at Columbia University, Middlebury College, Vassar College, and at the University of Puerto Rico. Gabriela Mistral was born as Lucila Godoy Alcayaga from Chile. She was a well-known poet, diplomat, educator, and humanist. As a Chilean author and educator, Gabriela Mistral became the first Latin American author to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature. She boldly advocated for the rights of women, children, the poor, and many other disadvantaged groups in her community. Gabriela Mistral was born on April 7, 1889 in Vicuña, Chile, and he died at the age of 67 years old. Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda is the most influential and widely read 20th century poet of the America. His real name was Ricardo Eliezer Neftali Rias Basalto, and he is also from Chile. Tinagurian siya as the national poet of Chile and as one of the pillars of Latin American poetry, as he had won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1971. His first poem is Entusiasmo, a versus Verancia, which was published in the daily La Manana when he was 13 years old. Some of his famous poems are Tonight I Can Write the Saddest Lines, If You Forget Me, Walking Around, Cat's Dream, and A Song of Despair. His Nobel Prize Commission noted that his poem used familiar and elementary images, which made the aspiration of his race possible. Pablo Neruda ay tinuguri ang hero dahil Neruda was a prolific writer but also a political activist who helped thousands of Republican refugees escape to Chile after the Spanish Civil War and became ambassador to France during the left-wing government of Salvador Allende. He died under suspicious circumstances days after Augusto Pinochet's military coup. Ano nga ulit ang Latin American literature? So, ang Latin American literature refers to written and oral works created by authors in parts of North America, South America, and the Caribbean. Latin American authors usually write in Spanish, Portuguese, English, or a language native to their specific country. Why is Latin American literature important? For me, because since 1940, when Latin American literature has become an important reference in universal literature, Nowadays, it continues to grow thanks to its various movements such as realism, anti-novel, and magical realism. Dito lang po nagtatapos ang aking discussion po. Maraming salamat. Ako nga po pala si Lorraine Pacaldo from UMS 11B. Sana po may natutunan po kayo sa aking mga diniscuss. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye!